Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Well, as you saw from my last video, our vacation was kind of a bust, but you know, we made the best of it we could. We had 2 good days at Virginia Beach on the beach, like I had said, and then we just started coming home. We stopped in Charleston, West Virginia, and kind of tooled around there just a little bit. And then we stopped at Hocking Hill State Park in Logan, Ohio, and went through all the trails. Well, okay, not all the trails, but a few of the trails, and had a pretty good time there. So all in all, it wasn't a bad vacation, but just wish it was just a little bit longer at the beach. They are still getting rain there at Virginia Beach. We should have been there the week before because it was nice all week long, but just, you know, time restraints and scheduling and everything else, we just couldn't make it there. So today I'm going to be working on my truck like always, and I have my hitch started. So basically I have my other hitch off and all cut apart. There's the old portion right there. I mean, it could still be used for something, maybe something else. You put some new ends on it, but this is what we got. So I have this piece, which is the driver's side, so that'll go here. And then we have this piece, which is the passenger side, so it will go here, just like so. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Now, granted, this will be up this way just a little bit. I just cut these off on each side, there and there, to allow me to slide my centerpiece up. This isn't welded yet. This is just kind of a mock-up like that. This piece will get cut off. As you can see, my marks there with my pencil. That I cut off an angle there and cut off an angle there. Just, I mean, it doesn't have to be cut off. It's just a nice nice, you know, smooth transition. And then this will get welded through here and then up, and then also through here and up, and then up this way through here and up that way. That'll all be welded solid. I've got my 5/8 hole drilled in there. Basically what I did is, off camera, I got everything ready to go because it is quite time consuming to cut all this stuff. So I haven't really decided yet. You know, this is 1/4 inch plate also. I'm thinking about rounding these edges off here and here, and then putting holes in there for my safety chains. I haven't quite decided yet if I'm going to do that. I have to see where this is going to get mounted and see if this is going to hang down at all. So that's kind of where I'm at. But you know, this obviously is all backwards on how it's actually going to be in the truck, but that gives you an idea on kind of what it's going to look like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bolt these in the truck on corresponding sides, and then I'll take some clamps and put on there and move it up and down. I'll probably go ahead and weld this on without this center section, just center that up and maybe weld it across here, and then also across on the back side, and then grind it and smooth it flat. That way I can put this plate on. Basically what this plate is doing is allowing you to put force down on this and not let it kick out like that. It just gives you more surface to weld on. And then this will get welded all the way across here too. And then probably, I go overkill on everything I do, so, you know, it's just something that I do. You know, I've told you guys in the past that I read each and every one of my comments. Yesterday's video, you know, of Hocking Hill State Forest, it wasn't diesel related, it wasn't truck related, it wasn't automotive related, but yet it was still content. You know, I received a comment yesterday, and his name is Bobby Ranwick. I hope I didn't butcher your name. If I did, I apologize. It says, "Howdy partner, I just wanted to take a moment and thank you for your videos. I found you when I was doing a headlight assembly on my brother's 2008 F350. I appreciate your attention to detail." He goes on to say, he believed I was working on a King Ranch. It was my buddy's F350 Harley truck. I was doing a headlight upgrade from the 04 to the 05, and 05 to 07, I believe. I was doing a headlight assembly upgrade without changing the header panel and, you know, cutting it and making everything fit. Anyway, so I clicked to subscribe. I am not a Dodge owner, and still I have grown so looking forward to your uploads. I watch every one. You are very knowledgeable and take the time to do things the right way, but also you're very practical. It's always fun to see how you can think outside the box and problem solve in a way that a lot of us enthusiasts are forced to do. What with your limited budgets, with our limited budgets and less than fully set up shops and toolboxes. Thank you for being a good, honest guy and taking the time to show us what your lifetime of mechanicking has taught you. Today's video is awesome. Being that you have an audience, how could you not share at least a little bit of something this beautiful? Thank you. You know what, Bobby? I appreciate that comment more than you can ever possibly believe. You know, it is about doing things and thinking outside the box. Not all of us have, you know, set up shops where we have a bandsaw, we have a chop saw, we have a tubing bender. You know, I do everything right over here on the ground. I've got a sawzall and I have a 4.5-inch cutoff wheel that I put Metabo blades in to do all my metal cutting. All of my metal cutting today was done with my sawzall and my 4.5-inch angle grinder. You know, I do have a tight budget when it comes to working on my truck, and I do have a budget when I'm buying tools. You know, on filming, I'm still filming everything with the GoPro 3 Plus with a microphone attached to it. I just haven't taken the time to spend the extra money on a camera yet. I'm getting there. I want to do that to have just a little bit better footage. But you know, I have this toolbox, I have my welder, and then I have just a few hand tools. You know, I do have a drill press. I do have a few things that I have collected along, you know, life's path. I'm 45 years old. You know, I think I've said that in past videos, and I've just learned how to do things and think outside the box, like he said, and make things work to my advantage with the limited tools that I have. So, Bobby, thank you very much. I do appreciate that comment very much so. So, just wanted to take a minute and recognize his comment. I know you guys can read it below, but you may not read it. You may skip over it, but this way you guys are hearing it out of my mouth. So, anyway, once again, Bobby, thank you very much. Another thing that I did pick up, since my bed is back on, I can get this tucked back up there. I did receive a hanger from MBRP, and that will mount on the frame, like right up in here someplace, kind of like that, and then that'll allow that rubber isolator to hang down over the exhaust, and I'll be able to, you know, utilize one of these holes here. Probably more back this way a little bit. Actually, I was looking right back in here, using that hole there, and then that pretty much puts me in line with my exhaust to run like a J hook or something like that. I did pick up some of those from my local exhaust shop today, and their J hooks are basically exactly what the name describes them to be, is just a J hook, and that's what that is. So that'll go through here like this and hang in the isolator, and then you'll just pull it off of this area up here and slide it on and off. So that's on the agenda also, but right now I need to get my hitch fixed. Since I did cut everything apart, I have to get it put up in there and welded back together. I'm just not sure, you know, how I'm going to do it yet. Also, I did receive my license plate frame. I got those holes marked too on the roll pan, and that'll sit here, and then when I want to put my hitch on, they'll just tip up like that, and then my hitch will be right there. So anyway, I'm going to probably first weld this onto here, so that's all together, and then bolt these up in the truck like I said, and kind of slide it up in there and see where I need to go. All right, off camera, I did weld this piece here on the cross member, and then I have a couple pieces of scrap steel up in there holding the hide hitch in place, or basically my cross member in place like that. And basically that's what it's gonna look like. I don't, like I said before, I don't do a whole lot of welding on camera anymore because I did have a nicer camera, but I ruined it because I was welding with it. Anyway, going forward, this is what it's gonna look like. That's the hide hitch. Basically you have your cross pieces, your cross member here, just like so. I utilize my factory frame brackets. I just cut them off, and I need to pull this back out, grind that paint off right there, so I have a good solid weld. Square everything up, because right now I can tell that the distance from here to here and the distance from here to here is different, so I need to get everything squared up. I did intentionally cut it just a little bit short, as you can see there. That way I can do a nice weave pattern going up and back like this with my stinger and get real good penetration. And then I'll take a couple pieces of strap steel and come here and then cut it off at an angle back to here. So everything will be boxed in, be nice and tight. I'm not going to be able to put that plate on there like I wanted to, like I was showing you, and have my chains here, because it's gonna hang down too much. And right here is the bottom of my roll pan. So I'm gonna have to maybe come on the back side and weld a couple pieces of chain or something like that, and hook back here. I don't want nothing hanging down. I'm going to, this extent to hide all of this, so I want to make sure and hide everything. I just need to, basically, after I get everything done, I'll hook my trailer up and see how long my chains are and see where I want to put my chain hooks. Yeah, it is kind of a pain in the butt to reach up and put your pin in, but the look it's going to achieve, not having a hitch hanging down there, I think it'll look pretty good. And then I'm also going to take, and I'll put this up here like this somehow, straight up and down, just like so. And then that's where my lights will plug into for my trailer. So I'll probably utilize this bracket right here, cut this one off and use it. That's just basically, I'll just have to just cut it off here, and then on this side it's got quite a bit on it too. I'll be able to use this and trailer lights. I'll get everything finished up and then I'll show you guys what it looks like in the end. Right now I'm just going to kind of go off camera and get everything finished up and welded together. That way I can use the truck tomorrow. Also, a good idea, since I'm going to be welding on a truck now and I don't have the isolator like I did on my exhaust, you need to open up your hood and you need to unhook your battery terminals. Man, I can't talk. Most generally you only have to unhook your negative terminal, but just for safety's sake, I unhook both of them. Basically, the purpose behind unhooking your ground, your negative terminal, is you're creating electricity through that frame, and it can run through your frame into your ECM and fry it, and you don't want to do that. That's basically a bad day. You really don't want that. So just for safety's sakes, I unhook both battery terminals on both batteries, just so I don't have any electricity going through my ECM. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna get it welded back together and then I'll catch back up with you in a minute. Well, I've got it out. I've got it pretty much all welded up. I'm lacking about 2 pieces of metal. This is what I've got so far. I think it's turned out pretty good. I put that brace on the back of there, like I said. You can see I got good penetration on all the welds. You can see how it burned it off on the back side. Got that nice rainbow effect back there. Off of my old hitch over there, I took this piece off and put that around that outside lip, just like most hitches have, instead of just not having it on there. I think what that's actually on there for is like an anti-tear. With the weight pressing on the bottom corners, it just allows another surface there so your steel don't start tearing out from the vibration and the moving of the hitch. So I believe that's why that's on there, just some anti-tear. Right now I've got probably, you can see some more of my welds there. I'd really turn my welder up pretty good and high to get everything burnt in there good. I turned it up for 1/4 inch plate. So everything is welded. This piece is welded all the way around my cross member, and then this 1/4 inch plate on the back here is welded all the way around. All I really have to do, what I'm lacking is, I don't have any, what I want to do here is, I've welded that also right there, but I'm going to take and grind that just flat, just a little bit, so I don't have any 2 by 1/4 inch, 2 inch by 1/4 inch plate steel. So I want to put that on there like that, and then basically I'm going to put it underneath, notch this corner out just here just a little bit, and then I'll run from an angle up this way. So I need about 16 inches of 2 by 1/4 inch. So I need to run and get that, but that's going to be after supper. And also I have to put my light piece on there someplace, something like that is what I'm looking at. So actually it'd be like this. So you can just flip it down and plug directly up in there with your trailer lights. And then what I think I might do is grab some shackles and put on there for doing my chains, my safety chains, something like this right here. I have some 1/2 inch plate right here, and I think what I'm going to do, it's 1/2 by 2.5. What I think I'm going to do is take and cut some nice round pieces, kind of like that. Drill a hole in there. Maybe I'll grab some 1/2 inch shackles or something like that, and then I'll weld these to the back side like that, and then them shackles will hang down kind of something like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm going to do, a 5/8 shackle or a 1/2 inch shackle, something like that. That's kind of what I have in mind for doing for my safety chains. Move them in here just a little bit closer probably, because usually your safety chains are pretty close. So and hang those down. So that's kind of my idea, what I'm thinking of there. So right now I'm going to go in and finish supper, as it started raining. Just can't get away from the rain. Maybe we brought it back from Virginia Beach, I don't know, it followed us I guess. So anyway, I think for tonight that's gonna be about it. Wrap this up in the morning so I can test it out. I am gonna have to grab a bigger drop for my trailer too. I did move that up probably about 5 inches, so that's a 6-inch drop right there I believe. So I'm probably gonna grab maybe an 8-inch, or see if they have 10-inch drops, or make my own, you never know. So you know, you can do this project. I do have a 220 welder. I don't know that I would try it with like a Weld Pack 100, something like that. You're gonna have to turn that temperature all the way up and do multiple pass, and also you're gonna have to put a nice bevel on everything. So anyway, just a little bit of food for thought. You can do it probably with a 110, but you're gonna have to really take time and get your some good penetration, get things burning pretty good. So anyway guys, I think that's about it. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you later on. Bye bye.